thanks for having me here, Rebecca.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, anytime, anytime. It's a beautiful day here in Pensacola, Florida. Hello, Pensacon people. People of
Yay.
Pensacon.
Pensaconers. No, what do they call themselves? Pensaconianos. Pensaconians.
Pensacon goers.
What's
Perve-
Pensacongs? I'm supposed to be like a Klingon. Pensacon.
Pensacult.
Pensacult. Oh my God, I love that. Pensacult. That's great.
Pensacult. Did you go this year?
Sure did.
Have you enjoyed Pensacon so far?
Yep. Every year it's getting bigger and bigger. And every year, no matter what, no matter how I plan it out, I'm always exhausted.
Yeah, it is an exhausting thing. I mean, for one thing, if you're in the Bay Center, walking through those aisles, then going up the stairs to see the celebrities and stuff, I mean, it's a trek. And if you go through that little hallway upstairs to the Civic Center or basement, wherever they call it, you're in for a workout. But, you always see, well, I've noticed last couple of years, it seems like there's more people dressing up in costume than
I know.
not,
That's
which I guess
great.
is cool.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, it's not for me, but,
No. I mean, but we're spectators and they're participants, so that's great.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like seeing, the people getting into it and how people have embraced this festival in such a short time. I mean, it makes a huge economic impact. I don't have the figures on me. I wish I had looked them up. But I mean, they fill hotels. They bring people in from throughout the Southeast. It is a big,
Oh,
con.
for sure.
You got William Shatner this
Finally
year.
got William Shatner.
I mean-
I feel like that is the sign that we are official. We got Henry Winkler last year.
Every year I go up there and I just love to see the people watching, and the kids in the costume, and you love to see the adults with their kids in the
Whole
costume.
families. I've got friends on Facebook. Their whole family is dressing up, themed. Like a Star Wars theme. Everybody's a character or whatever.
Power Rangers. You got a family of Power Rangers.
That's great. I love it so much.
How come we don't dress up, you and I, and other people we know?
Because again, we're spectators, not participants. I don't think I would mind. It would just have to be the right costume. Like I got another friend who chose to dress up in like a head to toe bodysuit. I forget the name of the character because it's a show I don't watch apparently.
It's
Anyway,
not Bodysuit Man from Seinfeld, is it?
Yep, that's it. Nailed it. So he's part of the Escambia Amateur Astronomy Association. And I don't know if he wants me to say his name. Richard, I don't know if you want me to say
That's
your name.
That's a great group.
I won't say your last name so they can't triangulate you. Anyway, so he was working the EAAA event. And so they have telescopes set up to view solar either like flares or
Solar
anomalies. Yes, anomalies. So flares or prominence or whatever. So anyway, he's like sweating his ass off in that suit because they're outside in the sun, So I was like, wouldn't want to be like that.
No, plus I'm not a dress up type of guy.
That's a full commit. That's a full commit on that costume.
We mentioned William Shatner. I mean, can you think of a bigger name in that kind of sci-fi?
No,
fantasy
that's
world?
why I said that we're official. That's like we got the world stamp of approval right there.
Well, I mean, William Shatner, you don't get. I mean, he wasn't my favorite captain, but he is Captain Kirk.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what? I take it all back. Until we get Jean-Luc Picard here. No.
That would be cool.
Right.
Make it so.
Right.
You know what he says?
Yep.
Make it so.
Number one. Yep. For sure. That would be great.
I like the variety. I mean, because I'm not a big fantasy comic, Marvel universe type thing, but they bring musicians in. Last year, I got to meet friggin' Marky Ramone of the Ramones.
Right.
Walk past Lita Ford because I could care less. But
Ooh.
Who?
I said, ooh.
Yeah.
Claws come out.
Nah, it's not my thing. I mean, you got the wrestlers there. Did you see Jake the Snake?
No, I don't know him.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay.
Come on.
Rowdy Roddy Piper?
Who?
Hollywood Hogan?
Who's somebody you would really? I mean, it doesn't matter whether they've been here or that you'd like to see them. Oh, well, you just said Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Who else?
Let's see. Who would I was going to say I think I would pay for William Shatner's signature / photo. You know, like there's a bunch of them that they're charging $50 for per, and I'm like, not that interested. Like, well, when Brent Spiner was here last year, I mean, is it Spinner or Spiner? I'm never confident.
I thought it was Spiner, but
I'm never confident in how I say that. Anyway,
Data.
So when he was here last year, I was so tempted, but he's got a reputation apparently, and it's from going to cons. Like I've seen quite a few Star Trek or kind of con-based documentaries, and every time, you know, like he's going to be one of the ones that's mentioned as like a regular con goer, but has an attitude sometimes. And I'm like, I'm trying to justify it like, okay, so he's a human being. He has bad days, you know, like maybe there's some aspect to this life he has now that's not agreeable. I mean, like, so when you're signing up to be a celebrity and you don't really know what that means, you just want to be like, I feel like especially how he got into it, him and Patrick Stewart are amazing at like Shakespearean acting.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like it was craft for him. Like I want to be successful and be known for being top of my craft. But now it's like, it's just the memories, you know, and the whatever.
And he's got to think, you know what, I'm in my 50s, 60s, however old he is, and I'm sitting here with all these, you know, people who just fawning over me. And, you know, if you don't have that personality who requires that, you know, that kind of adoration, yeah, that would get old and it would get annoying. And you start questioning who you are and what you've done. And, I mean, I got to admit, I mean, is this it? Am I just you know, has been signing autographs and every once in a while getting a guest appearance on Law and Order or whatever show it is? I mean,
right.
You know, William Shatner seems to have embraced it.
Oh yeah, no, he went full kitsch, and we love him for it. Same with Patrick Stewart. Thank you, and Adam West. Thank you so much for going full kitsch because we love it.
I mean, think about
Adam West.
Adam West. You know what? I mean, you knew he was funny from Batman, but then you see him on his character on Family Guy playing Adam West.
Adam West,
you know, the most bizarre. And then Patrick Stewart, who knew he had a sense of humor? You know, when you're watching Star Trek the first time.
I mean, when I watched Generations for the first time, I was definitely a child, and I was watching it with my grandmother. But I rewatched it as an adult, and I can pick it up. Okay, so I think because I watched it as a child, watched Family Guy and American Dad, saw that side of him, plus other things. There was other roles, like bit roles that he did.
Oh, yeah.
And then to go back and watch it, you can definitely tell. And I really love the dynamic between Picard and Data. Like, I love it. It's just the two actors just made those two characters just like really fit together. And I loved the banter scenes between it. And I feel like that's when the playful Stewart came out.
Yeah,
Patrick Stewart.
In retrospect, you can see that. But, you know, I only knew him from Generation those first few years. And, you know, then I see him popping up on all these comedy things doing.
Has he done a roast? Because I can't remember. I don't watch a lot of the roasts, which I should. But has he done a roast?
I don't think Patrick Stewart has. Shatner has. My favorite line, and I only know in what regard it's used, but on Family Guy, I just remember him saying, "I've got girl boobs. I've got girl boobs."
He's great.
That's funny.
He's great.
Think of Patrick Stewart saying, "I've got girl boobs."
Right? You're nailing it a little bit in my ears, in my ear holes. You sound a lot like him.
But, you know, and you can see Shatner. But the Data actor, Brent Spiner. Yeah, I could see him being a little more reserved. Who would I like to see?
Did I even answer my question? I don't remember.
Yeah, you said Patrick Stewart. I see Jack
That's
Bauer.
right. You're right. I did say that. Jack Bauer. Who?
24.
What's his
man.
name? What's his name? Kiefer Sutherland. Yeah.
And they had a couple of Battlestar Galactica folks this year.
Yes. Did you? You didn't see her, did you?
No, I saw some pictures of Trisha Helfer, I guess that is her name,
Yeah.
plays 6. And Baltar was here, I believe, Gaius Baltar.
Mm-hmm.
And a few other. That's probably one of my, out of that whole fantasy sci-fi thing, that's probably my favorite show.
Yeah.
I don't do the superheroes. They're all wearing like tights and stuff.
Everybody's got their niche, and that's kind of like what Pensacon has. It covers a lot. You know, you've got gaming, anime, the Marvel, DC world.
There was some science stuff going on this year too, I thought.
There's the EAAA,
Yeah,
Scambia
yeah.
Amateur Astronomy Association. They're there almost every year that I know of.
And I like that they're bringing in, you know, trying to educate those who are into science fiction on science. I mean, what's out there in the sky? I mean, some of these folks, I mean, they love that stuff, but you wonder how, you know, tuned in they are to the reality of the cosmos. And
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess you missed it last year. Was it last year or the year before that Dr. Wayne Wooten,
who we love.
who we love, adore, led a panel that they discussed the actual possibility of landing on Mars within our lifetime. So, well, within their lifetime. So,
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
no, they're like, hell no.
I think it will.
Hell no. We are so not there yet. To send a human being and live there sustainably. Like this is, they're taking their actual knowledge of physics and astronomy and all that to make informed decisions and explain why it's not possible. And if you know Dr. Wooten, this is his life. There's no
Yeah.
aspect of
Yeah.
astronomy that he hasn't delved into, conspiracy or not. You know, he'll entertain it. You know, but he knows too much to know better. And he's got students that have gone on to work for large laboratories, observatories, NASA, you know. So like if anybody's got connections, this man's got the connections.
But then, I mean, if
And
it's
he's
not
like, nah,
possible,
we're not
why are
even.
Why are so many groups, different private groups, spending millions upon millions? And they say that they're going to be able to go these places in 10, 15, 20 years.
Optimism and hubris. Once you get like, even Elon Musk is not above hubris, you know, like he came out all holier than thou, you know, like, oh, I'm like actual Tesla, you know, like not the normal people person or whatever, but he is. And I mean,
Yeah, he's proven that in the last couple of years.
Genius comes in all forms. And I definitely believe that whatever gives you that spark of genius, that little extra, kind of depletes you somewhere else, and it's usually socially. Yes. I mean, I don't even know what the question was.
Who do you want to see at Pensacon?
Patrick Stewart already said it. You said,
Oh,
what's his
man.
name?
Well, I mean, it's always a
Kiefer.
great event. It's great to see Pensacola, you know, the streets filling up, the restaurants.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to touch back on.
I heard William Shatner was in Hot Spot Barbecue.
Oh, wait, the one on 9th?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never even been there. And so now, ooh, girl.
What did you call me?
Ooh, girl.
You're thinking of your other podcast partner.
Kind of, yeah. It's like weird.
Do I look like a girl?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Dang. Oh, yeah. So now I'm going to have to eat there, and it's going to be difficult for the next few months because they're going to have like amazing. Ooh, William Shatner ate here. Where did he sit?
No, that place, it's like that anyway.
Really?
Even before William Shatner. I mean, it's the best barbecue in town. And it's voted always the best barbecue
Really?
in town. Yeah, it really is.
Pass by it all the time?
You're not a barbecue gal, though, really, are you?
It depends. It depends. I don't like fatty barbecue, so sometimes I'll get barbecue and there's like lots of gristle and fat
And that's
attached.
supposed to kind of melt down into it. when you
Render,
cook it,
yeah, and I don't. It's not always the case. So, oh well. So I'm kind of like hit or miss on the barbecue.
Oh, well, but still, you know, William Shatner went there.
Yeah, William Shatner ate here. It's good enough for Shatner.
So, give any T-shirts out at Pensacon?
Yes, we did. We caught up with a young lady, Sasha, who answered a few questions that were trivia related. That's our shtick here at It's All Gone Terribly Wrong. like 18 minutes in, and I haven't even mentioned the name of the show.
It's all gone terribly wrong.
Yep. So we gave out stickers, T-shirts, flyers. Jordan did a lot of flyer passing outing, and
She did what?
flyer passing outing.
I just want to hear you say it again. That's what she did, huh?
And a business card.
Did you get those
leaving
goofy
arounding.
business cards or the traditional business cards?
We got a little bit of both. We got some fancy ones,
What
the
are
ones
those
that don't fit
millennial-
on anything.
What are those for?
They're fancy. Okay, do you remember the movie American Psycho?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the scene where they're all fighting about their business cards and they all like
Vaguely.
one-upping them? It's that. Everybody's doing that.
But if it's not somewhere where you can shove it in your wallet or put it somewhere, then what good is it?
I mean, because when I get business cards like that, they end up on my desk because they don't fit anywhere else, and I
they
just
make
leave
good
them.
coasters.
They make good coasters. Actually, we did consider coasters, and they would probably be a lot like this, just like a little bit slightly bigger. Fuck it. I mean, if we give you one of the good ones and you choose to use it as a coaster, I mean, I guess.
Well, the good ones are the business ones, the traditional ones. Those are the good ones.
Well, I have a bunch of those too.
I've been leaving them around places.
Well, I thank you so much. That was very sweet of you. So,
Yeah.
Number one fan.
Number one fan. Number one, Jonathan Frakes.
Good job, number one.
What's that?
He was there.
There's this group, The
Missed him.
Memories, that I like. Mm-hmm. They have a song called Like Riker.
What?
The video is even funny. It's like 50 seconds long, and it's just a real sweet love song. Like Riker, like Riker. He wants to be like Riker, and
I think every man should aspire to that.
But
or Jean-Luc.
and then there's my other favorite sci-fi kind of song.
Even Worf is a good guy.
Is Adam West is Batman. I forgot the name of the group, but there's a song called
Adam West is Batman. Sorry, Val.
I mean, he is Batman.
Sorry, Ben.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry, Clooney. I forget his first name.
What
George.
about Michael?
Michael
Keaton.
Keaton. Oh yeah. He was. Wait.
He was the first movie Batman.
Yeah, and then Val Kilmer, right? Was Val Kilmer a Batman?
Mm-hmm.
Am I confusing him?
Yeah. Why do I want? Yeah. Val Kilmer was a Batman.
He was the next one after Michael Keaton.
Was it him or George Clooney?
It was definitely Val Kilmer before Clooney.
Clooney, and then Christian Bale. Is that right?
Oh yeah, Christian Bale. I forgot about him.
He did not win the Academy Award last night. For Vice. I thought he was going to win. Best
I don't
actor.
even think I've seen it.
I've just seen the clips. But I mean, he looks amazing. I didn't see anything, but the guy who won was the
What's it about?
Academy Awards. They vote for the best, best in like
The
film.
movie Vice, Dick.
It's about Cheney, and he channels Dick Cheney. He becomes Dick Cheney.
What? Christian Bale is
You
Dick
gotta look up a
Cheney?
picture. Pull it up.
I don't even want to. I can get it because the his character in the one about the stock
Rocky III?
market. No, the housing crash. What was that one called?
One Rocky III.
No, it definitely wasn't Rocky 3 with Steve Carell and
I don't remember it.
Oh, well anyway, his character in that one I could see his face turning into Dick Cheney.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. The FX.
He's a method actor, right?
I don't know if he is method. I would imagine so. You would think so. He's temperamental, like a method actor.
Well, he also grew up in Hollywood. Like he was like what, 8, 9 when he did
Flipper?
no
Gentle Ben.
Empire of the Sun.
Oh yeah. That's right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. He was a kid.
Christian Bale. No, the guy who won was that Ram Malchek guy. The guy who played Freddie Mercury in Queen.
Oh, I still didn't see that movie either.
No, I won't. I
So
didn't know
I'll plug our sibling podcast, Movie Night Autopsy. This is not the the quality that they have. So if you actually want to hear good reviews about movies, you should probably head over to that podcast after listening to the rest of this one. But yeah, so I'm sure the guys over at Movie Night Autopsy have seen all of these films and are like screaming at me right now, like, what? You haven't seen it? Or you don't know who this is?
Hi,
Stop
guys.
talking about my thing, the thing that I love. Stop talking about it. You're ruining it. Stop. Just kidding.
Well, did they talk about music ever?
So, sometimes as it relates to
Stop talking about my thing.
as it relates to movies, sure. But yeah, no, they're cool.
I
They're
think
cool.
Lady Gaga won for best original movie song or something. That shallow crap.
Wait, did she write a song for A Star Is Born?
Yeah, she was a co-writer and got all.
Is it not an exact remake of the Barbra Streisand?
It's not. I mean, it's changed up. I mean, there's still the some basics.
Haven't seen that either. Jesus, I'm behind.
But the movie that won Best Picture was The Green Book.
Are you making stuff up now? Because
No.
you got that look on your face,
No,
like
that's the one with Viggo Mortensen. And I forgot the young man who won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role. But that won Best Film, and that's based on the African-American guy, Don, whatever his name is.
Cheadle?
No, I mean, the character that he plays was a Pensacolian.
Shut up, really?
A musician from Pensacola. In fact, the Independent Weekly, Christopher Scott Satterwhite, whatever his name is,
right.
just has a cover article out now in Weekly
Oh,
on
okay.
this guy.
Cool.
Yeah, he was a Pensacola musician early on. He got Best Supporting Actor. Viggo got nominated for Best Actor. I have trouble with this movie. I haven't seen it. I have no desire to see it. Spike Lee got shut out Best Directing again last night for Black Klansman, which is a movie I definitely want to see. And he even had some kind of remarks about it, saying,
Hold on. I'm just shocked that I have heard zero of this. I know nothing of this. So this is totally like
movies?
new to me. No, this particular set of movies and their issues.
Well, Black Klansman.
Never heard it.
Wow. I mean, Spike Lee was apparently nominated for Best Director years ago.
Sure.
And he was drinking last night at the awards. And he said something to the effect that both times I was nominated, I lost to somebody driving somebody around. Because basically, a lot of people have called this the Green Book kind of driving Miss Daisy too. You know, it's basically the white guy, the heroic white guy, helping them, showing his humanity with a black person who gets supporting actor role, while the white driver gets the starring role. I have a problem with it.
Right.
It sounds a lot like Driving Miss Daisy.
Is it Jessica Lange that was in that? Driving Miss Daisy? And Morgan Freeman?
No, was it Jessica Tandy?
Tandy, that's right.
No, not Jessica. Different than Jessica.
I know.
Jessica
I got
Tandy.
my Jessicas mixed up.
Big difference.
Okay.
Ask a healthy
But I
American
remembered
male.
Morgan
There's a big difference.
Freeman and I remember Dan Aykroyd. So, I mean,
That's right.
I remember there's some of the other ones.
I have, out of all those movies, I probably want to see Vice and Black Klansman the most.
Okay.
I don't have any desire to see Bohemian Rhapsody.
I do. I love Freddie Mercury. And it looked very compelling. That's literally the only commercial I've seen for any of the movies you just mentioned. That's the only one I knew that existed.
That Black Panther was nominated for Best Movie.
The action
Yeah, the
film?
one that came out a year ago.
Cool.
They're trying to get more of the so-called popcorn movies, nominated for, the major awards.
Yeah, I guess because that was what surprised me. I'm like, wait a minute, because like they're normally artsy films that are nominated, not action, not blockbusters.
Well, it's because all the fanboys and fangirls, what's popular should be the most, win best movie. Like popularity has anything to do with quality. I've never understood that. But anyway, that's already crept into the Grammys. I thought they'd keep it out of the Oscars for a little while longer. But, whatever.
Every institution is tainted. Can't help it. We're human.
We're humans, but it really is, to me, in a lot of respects, our culture is being served up to the lowest common denominator in a lot of respects. That, I don't know if we... now I'm just sounding like a snob now. Never mind.
Kind of. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm a snob. I'm a cultural snob.
Well, okay, so assume that people listening to this podcast understand the concept that yes, we live in a democracy, but however, we are governed by our laws that are set by a certain demographic of people that live in this country. But the real joke is that they've built their institution on our financial decisions. So we literally, you could vote all day long for the president, but who gives a crap? We already know that, like, it can be tampered with. Not saying it has been, but we all know that it can be. And then it doesn't really even matter, because the way our government is set up is that, like, there shouldn't be the ability to make swing decisions, like drastic decisions.
Unilateral decisions.
Right. Unilateral. That's a better word. But what we can do is affect our day to day by deciding what companies we end up benefiting from our decisions, and that's voting with your dollar for sure. So when you have events like Pensacon, yeah, you've got a lot of merch vendors down there too, but there's a lot of good to be done. Like, there's local groups like the EAAA out there, and you can support them, like keeping astronomy in the minds of young people, and getting interested in artists, all that whole artist alley. I mean, I think that's incredibly motivating for children to be like, art, that's a thing, and I can come to cool events like this, and whatever. So yeah, when I was walking around, you see all these little kids lighting up like, oh, cool, show me how to do that, and then they get a quick lesson and they're like inspired for life now.
Rebecca, let's make it a goal. Let's make science sexy.
That is not a goal that is new. So everybody's trying to do that. And they're doing, like, people at Popular Science, they're killing it trying to make science sexy again.
It is sexy too, though.
It's super sexy. Like, just understanding the world around you and having a firm grasp of, like, physics or, chemistry or astronomy or whatever.
Or even the basic laws of nature. Mm-hmm. Which we all know.
Of course. E equals MC squared. I don't know.
I think the four forces of nature are electromagnetism, gravity, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. Those are the four. And if there'd been a fifth one discovered, no one told me.
What about, okay, so do you recall any particularly interesting outfits or...
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see them this year, but the last 2 years, I saw Nigel and David, the two lead characters from Spinal Tap. There's two local guys who do a perfect David and Nigel from Spinal Tap. They got the accents, the attitude, the stupidity thing going. I mean, really, really cool.
Spinal Tap. Jordan lost her virginity to Spinal Tap. Wow. She has the green skeleton T-shirt from Spinal Tap.
What's wrong with being sexy?
I wonder if she saw them. I don't think she did. She would have mentioned it.
You haven't seen it, have you?
No, I haven't. Still haven't seen it.
So you don't know what that line references?
No clue. No clue.
What's wrong with being sexy?
Nothing.
Sexist.
Oh.
What's sexist about our album cover? You've got an album cover with a woman on all fours in a dog chain and a man with a black leather glove shoving his fist towards the woman's face, and the album title is Smell the Glove. You telling me that's not offensive? Well, you should have seen the other guy's album cover. They were all chained up, and there was this woman whipping them or something. Yes, but on that album cover, they're the victims. On this one, she's the victim. Oh, right. They did a switch on it.
I got to watch this movie, apparently. So, Spinal Tap guys. Cool. Was there any weird events or any panels that you went to?
I stepped in on a couple, but yeah, where they were asking celebrities questions, and I poked into the cosplaying thing. I don't get that.
What? I just don't understand what there's to get. I mean, like, they're having fun dressing
up.
No,
I mean, I'm glad they're having fun, but they get
being meticulous about it.
They get offensive if you refer to it as just wearing costumes.
Troy doesn't understand anything.
Oh, I understand it. I just think it's ridiculous. And I am the arbiter of all things.
What happened? Yeah, this conversation turned.
Yeah, I've got a little snobbery to me, I guess.
Very snobbery.
I'm
You're a snobbery mess. Thank you for going down Pensacon memory lane, talking to us about who we want to see. Hopefully that comes around, comes to fruition.
bring Peter Griffin. I would love to. I'd love to see
Actual-
Seth MacFarlane.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God,
I was
that's
gonna
my
say-
request.
Seth MacFarlane for Troy Moon.
Or Matt and Trey from South Park.
Patrick Stewart for me.
Matt and Trey.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, the whole point was that, okay, Pensacon's to recap, Pensacon is growing every year. It's getting bigger and bigger. People are getting more invested in the participation. We're getting, which is drawing better guests, not better guests, but more variety of guests and the
Better guess.
better guests.
Yeah, William Shatner, man, the king of.
Right. So we're like official. There's several people that this is their. How long has it been going on, honestly?
6, 7.
Okay, so we've got celebrities like that are in their 4th, 5th years coming back. So
I mean, a few years ago we were just getting Deanna Troy from Star Trek. Now we got
we got
Captain
them all. They spreading the word. They're like, no, it's cool. Pensacola is awesome. You know, like they show you a good time. You know, whatever. And yeah, it's good for our city. We're a beach town, so having this boom in business downtown, you know, at a very pivotal time, right after, you know, taxes and the holidays and stuff like that. I mean, heck yeah, it's nothing
Can't
but
beat
good. Nothing but good. And
except
we
for the cosplay.
I like the cosplay.
I
so
like it. Just just call it
to each his or her
costumes.
own.
Just call it wearing costumes.
They do. It's called cosplay. Anyway, any hoozles.
Okay.
We love Pensacon. Thank you so much for listening to this Patreon exclusive edition of It's All Gone Terribly Wrong with Troy Moon as he reminisces about past Pensacons of the past. No, what is it of times past? No, never mind. I was trying to make it like a Scrooge thing.
You failed.
I did. Oh well. Good thing I'm not getting paid for this. Anyway, any final thoughts, words?
Is Mexico still paying for it?
For Pensacon? Yep.
That's what we should get Mexico to pay for it.
Next year, we're getting Mexico to pay for Pensacon.
And if not, we're going to declare a national emergency.
Or just go get Mexican food because that sounds delicious.
Like real Mexican food, like Taco Bell?
Tacos Mexicanos. 12th Avenue.
12th Avenue. That's my favorite.
For sure. I haven't had the other one, though.
The one, yeah. I read some reviews. I know it's got the great reviews. The one on, is it Davis?
Yeah.
But I've read some reviews lately that, I don't know. Try the one on 12, Tacos Mexicanos.
This is not a sponsored program. However, we do both really like those tacos. Everybody likes those tacos. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. And we hope to see you next year at Pensacon. Or I hope you're looking forward to hearing the latest episode, which should be out sometime soon. Thank you.
Peace out.
Bye.